Hello, folks. Welcome back. You heard the promo from my guests, and we had a 10-minute thing. If you just didn't really know what's going on, we had a 10-minute thing because I did not update for some reason. Because now I'm like, all right, so I updated, so now we can do the continuation of the whole
The
thing.
continuation.
So that's pretty much the continuation as it is of the
hmm
10-minute that we're trying to cram whatever we can cram in there. But folks,
hmm
we're here with Naomi with a weird mythic podcast. So
Yeah, thanks for
say
having
hello
me
again.
again.
Day, day two, day two,
Yep.
$15 shy. So, but people, you don't need to know that. We're just gonna be talking about different shit. First off, OJ died.
Yes, he did. Oh,
You
was that
know,
like a, yeah,
I
I
think
did hear that.
what, Friday? No, Friday or Saturday. I forget. Well, anyway, I think he died, and all those movies that he's been in, Naked Gun and all that. He he kind of died in a couple of them, and now he's doing it for real life. Even the Muppets got into the whole thing. You know?
Oh, you paused
Oh,
for a second. Are you back?
oh, okay, sorry. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Oh no, don't say that.
Don't say that.
Don't do that. I just upgraded the shit. God damn it. So, but anyway, uh,
Yeah,
uh,
OJ and his
OJ,
movies. That's the last
yes.
thing I heard.
Oh yeah, so OJ and all that, died. But now the Muppets have gotten into the whole thing. Like the chef, does it do 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 do, but
Uh-huh.
he's like OJ. He goes, oh well, and then just threw the picture, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm like,
Oh,
that's
that's interesting.
yeah. I'm like, well,
When
hoping
was
the
that
kid.
shown? Like this morning?
How, no, no, I think it was like on a YouTube kind of thing. So I don't know if it was because he died or if it was just because of the OJ trials, maybe, or I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was an old one, like an old
Yeah, it
episode.
probably an old one because I was just like searching through like YouTube and I'm like,
hmm
oh shit. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Is it because of it? I'm like, I wasn't sure. But what kind of different cryptids because I tried doing what you're doing and a couple of other people that do cryptids kind of stuff as well. Um I think what did I do? I forgot which ones I did. Did one where it's like these creatures that were very um short in stature, long nails. They're like gremlins, but they're
Oh, a
not.
Puckwudgie?
I think so. They're in like in
Yep.
Kentucky, I think, or they were in
Yeah,
you
something
know
like that.
and then there was the
hmm
witch. I did a thing like I started jumping around different stuff. It's not like I was, dealing with one thing, which I was trying to do,
hmm
but there was not that much information for me to like look for. And I was like, yeah,
hmm
you know what, fuck it, I'll just go and find another one.
hmm
And there was like a certain witch, and then what was the one? There was another one that I seen might be in a werewolf thing or something.
hmm
But then I tried doing another one, and then I was like, eh. Then I remember Viking funerals, and
Oh
I was
yeah, you
like,
mentioned that one.
yeah. So I was like, I'm a very I love mythology, but I really like history.
hmm
So when I look at history, that's like my favorite subject. Like anything that like from wars to whatever back in the day,
hmm
and I do have. I don't know if you can see it, but with the lighting.
A little bit.
There's like a Viking over here, or yeah.
Nice.
So there's
Okay.
like a Viking, um, and I kind of like that thing, and because it's like that whole barbaric, but they have honor, kind of like
Well,
with the Thor.
they have traditions. There's traditions, there's religion there. It's not
Yeah.
just barbaric. Like it might be a little bit, but
Well, and certainly,
there's
I
other
think the
things
movies
going
I've
on.
seen, Yeah, it's like the movies I seen
Hmm.
with Pathfinder. I think it was one, and they had like the Viking uh coming in against like the Native Americans or whatever, and
Oh, okay.
they just seemed a little bit more uh territorial actually, yeah, but then they use more violence than being, you know, but then the funeral itself, uh which is weird because I didn't really get into it because I didn't want to throw anybody off because the
Hmm.
way it goes is like anybody that's higher up um has a better funeral, obviously, like everywhere else, like the
Okay.
queen, the queen has
Hmm.
the Queen of England had this huge display when she passed away, and and if you get somebody that's not famous or not made of money or whatever, they're gonna have like that certain funeral that they could be able to afford.
Right.
So, Vikings itself, we call it the higher up, they get a better one and middle and whatever. And then the slaves, uh, for some, I think the slaves they get, I'm not going to say raped, but they get used by
Hmm.
everybody beforehand. So if it's like the slave of excuse me, um, the higher person, I guess,
Okay.
it gets kind of like passed around. I think, as what I've read about
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and then it gets buried into said, not coffin, folks, but more like a fiery, kind of like Conan,
Okay.
um, movie where they tend to like set them on fire because when they set them on fire and burn them, their soul goes to Valhalla or,
Hmm.
or somewhat. So, which gives me a good story about it, like not a story, but what get your take on it. Like, where
Hmm.
do you think we go when we die?
Oh,
She's like,
that's a
oh, I didn't know
great
you were gonna go
question.
there.
Well, if we're gonna get that deep. No,
Come
so
on.
I don't really follow any specific like religion or specific like spirituality or anything, but I do love religion and the whole thing about the afterlife is every religion or every I don't know, spiritual person kind of has a different idea of what their afterlife is going to look like.
Yeah,
And I think why can't they all be right? Oh, I mean, if you think about it, like there's so many different theories out there of what it could be. And if you believe this, maybe you do go to heaven. Or if you believe this, maybe you do get reincarnated because that's something that you follow and have practiced your whole life.
yeah,
But I just think that's a fun way to look at it because I don't know what'll happen. Maybe nothing. Who knows? Like, what if we do just nothing happens? Or if we do
yeah,
go on to something else? I don't know. Or reincarnation. That's an interesting theory, too. So I don't know.
yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, to me, I'm like, in the beginning, I thought because I never really believed in religion as much. I mean, I did when I was a kid. I'm like, okay, fine.
Hmm.
Parents are like, oh, do the religion thing, do the church thing, get everything. But after you have like a death in the family or somebody close to you passes away, then
Hmm.
it and folks, I don't really talk about religion as much, but the thing about because I like ghosts. I mean, I like everything
Yeah.
about ghosts and everything else. So
Hmm.
it tends to get into stuff, folks. So we call it. It's not. I'm getting serious about religion. I'm just getting serious about if we die. Now, my thing is like, if we die, do we have like a blank? Do we go somewhere,
Yeah.
or do we? If it's just like a blank space, like boop,
Hmm.
you're done. That's it.
Hmm.
Or like you said, we call it. You go to this certain place where
Yeah.
everybody is wearing gowns and everybody has wings and everybody's
Hmm.
doing this and that, whatever, but most
Hmm.
and if you watch Supernatural, and
Hmm.
Supernatural is like a show with two brothers and all that,
Yeah.
it kind of shows you like when you go to heaven or something like that, your heaven is what you
I love their
Okay.
personal heavens. The way
Yeah,
that they did that
exactly.
episode, I love
Yeah,
that theory. And that's kind of what I like to think about. I was like, why not? That seems kind of interesting. Maybe not the entire way they portrayed it because it seemed
yeah.
a little lonely at times, but it was interesting. I loved how they did that. I thought
Well, I
that was
mean, if you're
cool.
going to me, I mean, I don't drink anymore, but I love the bar
Hmm.
scene. I love going to
Hmm.
bars. Bars back then was like my second home.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like I had my regular home, but my second home is like with my friends, and they're like family to me,
Yeah.
and that's how I portray like everything. Like whoever I meet, whether it's in a bar or doing podcasting,
Hmm.
you know, the people I talk to or whatever, those are like family. So, like yourself, you're like family, and everybody
Hmm.
from, bitches be reading, she's
Yeah.
family. And also she's a Long Islander too. So me and her have like
Yeah.
we call it a camaraderie for that one.
Oh,
And
yes.
um, then you got like Hopskeek News, and certain other ones, and
Hmm.
Drunk with Buds, like everybody has like their kind of like clique, but
Yeah.
mine's like more like a family type of
I like
oriented
that.
thing.
Hmm.
So it's not like, oh shit, I'm going on this kind of show. I'm like, yeah, well, we're like family. We have to have a good time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but
Exactly.
my question to you, because you were talking about that you like fights and all that,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
ultimate
The
fighting.
UFC 300 was last night and it was great time. Such good fight.
What about Mike Tyson? And
Yeah.
did you hear about this one? We call him, so in June.
Hmm.
I don't know. I forgot what the date is, folks. So don't quote me on anything. I know it's in June. There's supposed to be a fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and I've seen videos of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's
Hmm.
training, and I'm looking at Jake Paul's thing, and I'm like, okay, he's training. But then you look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's like 60 something or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's wailing on, like, the sparring and everything else. And I'm like, holy shit,
Hmm.
dude's gonna get fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I just hope at least a little bit, just a little bit of hope he does. Like I'm all for Mike Tyson, of course.
Oh
Like
yeah.
100%. 100%. Like there's no question about it for me.
uh what was it? Oh, heaven. I keep on forgetting I had to write stuff down. Personal heaven, that's what. But yeah, because I'm like looking at it, and I said, I'm like, oh, probably gonna be like the longest will be 5 minutes. The shortest will be
Hmm.
45 seconds.
Yeah.
He might be able to get out a couple, whatever, but
Some maybe just to have fun. Like he'll get a few punches in and then done afterwards. Like
oh
that's
yeah,
it.
definitely. Yeah. Because he'd be like, oh, get a little jab here, a little jab there. And I'm like,
Hmm.
you better have insurance on your ear. He might go after because he's kind of hungry. He had one ear one time. He might go after a different ear on
Why
somebody else,
not?
just to make shit
Uh,
fucking level. Yeah. I don't know
why
who. I
not?
think he bit somebody else too, but it wasn't like on an ear. I think I don't know. That because I like Ultimate Fighting too.
Hmm.
And in the beginning, I used to watch it. I was watching with a friend of mine years and years ago, and
Hmm.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, so. In the beginning, I'm like looking, I'm like, it's so boring. Like all they do is like, they're going around in circles, going like this, and not even doing anything yet.
Okay.
You know,
Hmm.
and but now when you look at it, they get into it, and the grappling, and you understand the
Hmm.
situations and all that. It's just like with Ronda Rousey uh
Yeah.
and other people and all that. I don't really know them by names. I just know Ronda Rousey. Um, ah, like I know other people in there, but the names escape
Hmm.
me every time.
Yeah.
But they're more famous wise. I think one's called the Iceman or something.
Oh, Chuck Liddell. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that.
It
And then uh Cotier, no, Cotier. Is that right? Yeah. C
sounds
U
familiar.
Coutr, no,
Yeah.
Ture.
Hmm.
Couture, that's it.
Oh, Randy. Yeah,
Yeah,
Randy
yeah.
Couture. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, who's the other guy that we just talked about? Couture and who else?
Um, Chuck Liddell.
Oh, okay. No, because you know me, I gotta get the names down. I gotta get the stuff for the episode art, folks.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you just joined in and you're hearing this or you've seen the video, you know, I like to do my episode art. You know, a lot of people,
Yes.
you know, have seen it. They're like, because I think I had what 80 or 90 guests.
Oh, really? That many? I knew it was a lot.
Yeah, it was I wanted to reach like 100,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
okay, I just, you know, 80 would be good. Yeah. Because what I wanted to do was to
Hmm.
like have at the end, like with Zoom and have like all 80 guests
Oh,
in
gotcha. Yeah.
one thing. So like you and then
Hmm.
and
And then like a collage of the
a
rest,
collage,
like
you know, have like a
yeah,
whole group,
like
like,
the Brady Bunch, just a whole bunch everywhere.
yeah, I know, but then people are like, oh, that's gonna be some fucked up shit because you gotta like try to narrate like through all of them because they're all gonna be talking at the same fucking time.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
There's a
But
way, there's a way you could do it, I'm sure.
oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah. But I think you needed like some like one or two people to
Hmm.
help out and say, okay, guys, you know, we're gonna get in this section. Oh, we're gonna do this section. But
Yeah.
other than that, we call it. I really love the fact that I had like 80 um guests. You know, which
Hmm.
I never figured. I figured, okay, maybe 10, 15.
Hmm.
But then, you know, as you know, we go once you hit that road of you know, trying to get people on or just doing episodes and just,
Yeah.
you know, doing the grind. You know, folks,
Hmm.
you know, it's like
Oh yeah,
I,
the like media like advertising, that's like the hardest for me. Like I do very little re like reaching out and putting myself out there and whatnot. But
I've seen
um
videos. You're doing pretty good on it.
well,
So,
thank you. And but
yeah.
then I get with like people like you and I've been talking with other podcasters and we're helping each other out also on like Instagram and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but you know, you always like you were saying like family and getting groups together, like that's something that there is in certain platforms. You just have these little groups and we all promote each other like
Oh,
certain
yeah.
times of the month,
Because you got the
you know.
podcasting community thing, like we were talking like
Yeah.
for the 10 minutes. Uh, podcasting community, and then we have there was like a horror community. Now, folks,
Yeah.
this is Twitter or X, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody has their community that they go with,
Hmm.
and everybody follows a certain thing, you know. But I kind of have it all together, so you know, it's cool, you know.
Yeah.
But what do you have planned for your podcast? Because you are missing a host and you're going in
Yes.
solo. So,
Yeah, I've been going solo for almost a year, I think. Um, but what I do have planned is there is this other group of podcasters that got together and did a like story together. And
hmm.
so we got that put together. So I'm doing that for the show and helping them with that. And that's like still being edited right now. So it's not going to come out just yet, but I'll start promoting that, you know, once we get closer to that. So I have that planned and I really want to like bring people on to the show. So I'm going to start off with my nephew has been wanting to be on the podcast since they started. He's
Yeah.
9. And so I'm like, you know what? You can be on the show if you want. So he chose to he's like, let's do something with Greek mythology. And I was like, well, narrow it down a bit, dude. Like, what about Greek mythology? Or is there something specific? And he goes, Hades. I was like, let's do
Oh,
it, kid. So I'm gonna have him be on the show, and I'm gonna have like other friends who like have paranormal, stories to tell and whatnot, they're going to be on it.
Yeah.
So I just want to try to bring more people on because I've been doing it by myself for so long, and it's it's okay, and I've been doing okay, but I feel like there has to be something extra.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
he hit like hard on that whole like,
He
great
did
month.
Hades.
I'm like,
I was like, all
nice.
right.
I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna go like Medusa or
Nope, he
uh
straight up said Hades. I was like, well, we'll do it. So he'll be on my show in a couple weeks. And
nice.
my
I
brother and his mom said it was all good. I was like, all right, cool. Well, we'll do a show together.
I gotta see if I can get on that too. I gotta figure out which one it is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I'm
like the
always like,
mythology.
yeah, if you ever have like an idea of something that you want to do, I'm always like, just give me a few weeks and I'll do some research. And if you
Oh
want to
yeah.
do research, you too. And then we come together and just kind of talk about it. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it is. It's like, it's like I'm not
Mhm.
saying it's like mine because mine's like all over the place as you can tell. But I've been told I was uh a well not a late night, but like a talk show host of podcasting, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that sounds right to me. I was like, you're a podcaster who only talks to podcasters.
Well, I've been
So,
trying to get like I've been putting it out there. I'm like, listen, and besides, anybody that's listening, which I'm hoping there's a lot of people that listen to this, or watch this, I would love to try to get, celebrities, musicians.
mhm.
I had one or two, not actually, I had one wrestler, like an
Well, that's
indie
cool.
wrestler, which was cool. I had him on there. It was awesome talking about wrestling. Um, like celebrities from whatever movies and all that,
Hmm.
directors, producers, musicians, like I said. Um,
Yeah.
what was the other one? You know, uh, book readers or book writers, like Stephen King or,
Yeah.
you know, Preston and Preston and Childs, which I loved. I don't know if you like read like that sounded weird. It's like I didn't know you could read. No,
I
no,
do know how to read. Yes.
yeah, no, not like that. I mean, like like have like a because the thing I say like that because I had this book and it's from Preston and Child, which does uh they do their individual stuff, right? And but then when they get together, they make these they call it the Pendergast novels,
Oh, okay.
and it's basically and you probably seen they made a movie out of one of them. It's called Relic,
Hmm. I don't know if
and
I've seen that.
yeah, it's I don't know, it's like maybe a late 80s, early 90s kind of movie. Basically the Pendergast novels are there's a FBI agent which kind of looks like an Undertaker.
Okay.
He's very ghastly looking, but he
Hmm.
has the overcoat, the hat, and he's very mysterious.
Hmm.
Uh, his brother is a serial. Oh, hold on, wait. I wonder if that's gonna come up on the thing. My my Echo thing is telling me to take my medicine.
Oh,
But
definitely do
I don't know
that.
if you can hear that, but it would be funny for the show. um, no, but it's like there's a lieutenant that's in the police force for New York, uh, a librarian, the
Hmm.
guy the Pendergast, his brother's a serial killer, but he didn't know it until checking his whole thing, and it's really cool. I mean, there is a
Hmm.
uh, an alphabetical order of subjects, like how it goes. Like they tell you, okay, read this book, and then when you don't that, go to this one,
Hmm.
this title, and it goes on and on and on. So it's a
Okay.
continuation, and it's
Huh.
really um, a really good read. And the reason I'm bringing that up because I had these books, like one or two or three of them when I was living in Pennsylvania, and I had it on uh like my coffee table, a half double house. I had it on the coffee table, and you figure, okay, guy has his own place, doesn't really clean much, you know. And that's what the misconceptions of, women are looking at us guys like
Hmm.
clean. It's all a mess, They always, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, there is times where I'm like, oh, I'm working and I can't really clean and
Uh-huh.
get in nooks and crannies or whatever.
Right.
Now I try to, um, but my friend's girlfriend, she came over, and said, "Listen, I'll clean your place for you." So
Nice.
I'm like, all right, because we're like friends for like so many
Yeah.
years and all that, so it wasn't like a weird thing. And I'm like, all right, you want me to give you
That's
money
fine.
or
That's
something?
that's
And
good though. That's a good friend.
but then she, huh?
That's a good friend though.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
let me
no,
just clean your place for you. I got you.
yeah. It's like because I think I had a lot of stuff on my mind, and
Hmm.
stuff happened. Um, and I'm like, okay, and then she looks at it, she goes, "You got books here. I didn't know you can read." And that's like the whole story why I tend to like give a story to go into something,
Hmm.
and that's the point that I
Yeah.
got to,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, so that I mean,
Hmm.
I I try to read, but now with technology taking over almost everything,
Hmm.
um, nobody really kind of like reads like the books.
No,
You know,
huh?
they read uh pretty much the
Like Kindles or,
yeah,
or they do audiobooks. That's what I do.
yeah,
I
exactly.
do audiobooks.
Yeah. But
No way. My cat's like trying to get up where I am. Like, no.
oh, I missed the cat we called your co-host had, shithead I called her.
Stop.
They
Sorry.
hissing?
I'm
They
like,
gonna
no. He's just looking at me and meowing. I was like, no, you know better. So
that's what I'm hoping
he
we
knows
call it my
better.
I'm hoping my dog we call it if she ever comes in here and it doesn't really bother, but
Hmm.
she never really comes in here because I have dog
Yeah.
shows. She came
Hmm.
in here a couple of times and she's like a little skittish about coming in here.
Nope. He just decided to come up. Come here so I can push you back down.
Eh,
Come
it's like I need
here.
to come up there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's deaf and he knows better. You're not supposed to be up on the bed. He knows better. All right. Get down.
What kind of
Good
cat?
cat. He is a black and white cat, just black and white tuxedo cat. Yeah. See, I just kind of shoot him away and he goes back to his bed. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I'm like, you know better. Like he's really just trying to get my attention. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. We got my thing. I want to get a Mancoon.
Yeah. Those are big cats.
Yeah, I kind of figured if I get like a big cat, maybe the
Hmm.
cat would put my dog in her place.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean
Maybe.
she's been pretty good. You know, um,
Mm.
folks, when you get a dog, and I say this out of like kindness because we saved her from
Hmm.
a kennel. We
Oh, okay.
so we went to this place and we got a dog and um she's like lovable. She's running around. She's doing this and that.
Hmm.
Blah blah blah. And I wanted just to get a puppy, so train it from the get go. But the
Yeah.
one we had, we called, we got was like 5 months or 6 months
Mm.
in, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be hopefully doesn't have her own personality already, like set in
Hmm.
her ways kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, and I'm like, and then we got a house, like 4 months before.
Hmm.
So I'm like, hopefully she's not going to destroy the fucking house.
Yeah.
And but then when we first got the first couple of days, like, oh, that's great. Then after
Hmm.
that, I was like, all hell fucking broke loose. Yeah,
Oh.
like tore molding off, or
Oh man.
the we had to throw a couch out.
Oh
But that
no.
was like months ago. Yeah, it was just funny, and
Yeah.
now she's
Well,
great. Yeah, now she's great.
good.
She's more laid back. She didn't like vacuums or cleaning. I think it was every time we cleaned or something,
Mm.
we got a paper towel like that. She wants to attack like the paper
Yeah.
towel,
How
or she
funny.
wanted. she wanted to go after the vacuum. But
Mm-hmm.
eh. Is
Yeah.
that hissing?
No, he's not hissing.
Oh, I don't know. I keep on hearing, but
Oh, I do have my a humidifier on in the other room, but I don't know if you could hear that from here or you're hearing the traffic outside my window.
oh,
Every now and then, it might be the traffic going by. That
didn't
might be
we
what you're
didn't we
hearing.
like the last time have like a ghost come up?
I don't remember what it was. I don't know. I know
Like
there
something
was something
happened.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something happened. I think while we I was talking to you and your co-host, and I
Yeah, me
think it
and
was like,
Serena.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
just weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a since we're on the subject and we're talking about cryptids and all
Yes.
that and ghosts,
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew. No, I don't think you heard this one because I think we were moving to the house
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think anybody else heard about this.
Okay.
We were grabbing stuff out of our apartment. Everything's been taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the furniture and all the big shit. We tried to get the big shit out. We got the big shit out, gone to the house, put the stuff in there, go
Mm-hmm.
back. I had like a week off. I'm like, all right, I want to do this and get this. And then we got down to the point where we had to get all the miscellaneous stuff, all the little knickknacks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now the apartment's like you can hear like an echo or whatever. It's like that vacant. Like we go in this living room. I mean, no, we go in the bedroom. We go and get
Mm-hmm.
the shades, and as soon as we're getting to pulling the shades down, and we go and move around, you can hear like in the living room go like this.
Oh.
Like a clap, like a two clap thing.
Hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck was that? And my girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
heard it. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And we go and I look in the bed in the living room and I'm like, all right, there. I went down the stairs because the door is open,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't see anybody. I didn't hear no running. I didn't, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
It was just weird. That was like uh we're thinking that we have some kind of interaction in
Mm-hmm.
the apartment, but who
Mm-hmm.
knows? Could have been something, but I don't
Could have
know.
been anything. I swear that my it's my microwave is haunted. But just my microwave. Sometimes things fall near the microwave, but I've had this same thing, the same one since my first apartment. I've been living in this apartment for almost like 7 years. I don't ever use it though, but I'll plug it in every now and then and
Yeah.
use it, and it turns on by itself all the time, like by itself. And I'll hear it and I'm like, what is that noise? And I go in and it's the fucking microwave. Like, oh, every time.
Unplug
Like,
the son of a bitch.
I'm like, no, you always gotta unplug it because it'll turn itself on every time. And it's not right away, it's not every day, but it happens often. So I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's not the outlet, like, because the toaster doesn't turn itself on.
Oh, that'll be bad. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, is there a certain time it comes on, or does it come on a
No,
certain?
randomly,
Oh, okay.
randomly. Like,
Yeah.
and when I say, because I hardly use it, but my roommate does. So whenever he's not using it, I fucking unplug that shit. Like, just unplug it. Like,
It's like,
nope.
yeah, we just plug it in when we really fucking need it. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
We'll get taken.
Exactly.
It's almost like the Poltergeist movie.
Right.
They don't want to watch the TV. They just throw the TV on
So
the not
funny.
the apartment, the motel room.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh,
Poltergeist, put that down there.
I
Oh.
like Poltergeist. That's one of I love the original, probably one of my favorite movies, honestly.
I mentioned this. I don't know. I mentioned this to friends of mine. We call that
Mhm.
if Heather or Rourke, Heather or Rourke, which plays the little girl in the
Oh, yeah.
movie, and she and folks, she passed away through
Yeah. She was
illness.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was sick and all that, but she was in one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
Was she in the
three,
third
I
one?
think. I think there was a
Okay.
third one,
Yeah.
and she was in all three, and then she passed away. I think after the third one, I believe. Not
Hmm.
sure, but I said this to people. I'm like, listen, if she did not pass away and she was still doing movies to this day, she would be like the queen of horror.
Oh yeah. I
You
think so
know, I
too.
mean, it could
Yeah.
be Poltergeist or she can go into different other stuff or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah.
Besides Poltergeist, what is your favorite horror movie?
Um, Honestly, I really got into Rosemary's Baby last year and I've
Oh,
rewatched it so many times. But I did rewatch both the Jeepers Creepers yesterday, like last night. That was after the fight, I wanted to watch something, so I watched Jeepers Creepers.
she's like, hey, we're gonna
And
watch
then
the fight. Someone get bloody. Ah, let's watch a horror.
now Jeepers Creepers, and it,
Movie.
specifically the second one. I watched the second one specifically. I don't know exactly what my very favorite one is though, but I really like Rosemary's Baby right now and
All right.
just happened to watch Jeepers Creepers last night.
We uh we watched well right now we're watching the Fallout series, which is like a
Okay.
video game series on Prime.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh
I know what the oh there's bugs. I know what the Fortnite or not, is that what you said? But yeah, that game
Fallout.
sounds Fallout. That
Yeah.
Fallout sounds familiar, like a video game. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen it, but I've never really played it, but I like how they do the character wise and all that.
Hmm.
Like they have one called Twisted Metal, which I remember that video game. I played it like numerous
Oh
times.
yeah, I never watched that movie or that TV show, but I loved that video game growing up.
Yeah, you gotta watch the TV series.
Mm,
I think it's on Netflix, I believe. Um, it's really good. Love it.
mhm.
I
Okay.
know there's gonna be a second season. I think that's gonna be coming.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
but we call it. I my favorite. I'm nostalgic,
Hmm.
so I like the older ones.
Hmm.
It could be Friday the 13th, Halloween,
Yeah.
um, Hellraiser, which
Love Hellraiser also.
Hellraiser doesn't really get its props, you know,
Mm-mm.
because they always saying like, oh, what's the killer? And then you have Jason and Freddy and
Hmm.
Michael Myers and whatnot. Even Chucky. Chucky has like own little TV fucking series now.
Right.
I'm like, really? A doll? I'm like, come on.
You know
But
what? Another one that I'm a really big fan of, like the whole franchise, is Evil Dead. I love the original Evil Dead. Like, I mean, Ash is one of my favorite characters. I watched the TV show, so Evil Dead would be like real far up there.
that's who I want to have on this podcast. I'm hmm,
Bruce
yeah.
Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. I wanted to have Bruce
Yeah.
Campbell on here, just talk about whatever. And there's like
Uh,
certain actors, and I know it's not gonna happen,
but it'd be
but
cool.
Johnny Depp would love to, have like Johnny Depp, Elvira,
Okay.
and who's the other one? There's a forgot her name. You ever seen the Tarantino movie? Um,
No, I've never seen a Tarantino movie.
no? Well, oh no,
No.
no, no, I'm talking. No, I'm trying to think of the certain
Okay,
Tarantino.
yeah.
There's a certain one. Um, what the? It's
How's it go? Or the plot?
well, no, it's supposed to be two movies. They're like two movies into one movie, but they split them up. There's like
Are
one. Yeah.
like there's Kill Bill that did it. However, he also was part of this movie called Four Rooms. So he did one of those also, and that has different
Oh no,
directors
this
directing those. But Kill Bill has two volumes.
yeah, but this one's more Rose McGowan. Uh,
Oh, Robert Rodriguez did one of it was Grindhouse.
yeah, yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
I
I'm thinking
Tarantino
Tarantino
did.
did too as well. But I think
I think he did too because there was the two of them. There was Grindhouse and
the car
I
one. Yeah, there's a car one
yeah.
where.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but yes, I have seen
But
it.
the woman that was, or even all the women like Rose McGowan, or
Hmm.
not Rose McGowan or Rosario Dawson,
Yep, she was
which
in
was
it. Yeah.
yeah, in the second one. And then there was another girl that she was like the driver.
Hmm.
Um, and then you got the stunt woman that was in it, the blonde that was in there.
Yeah.
Um, would love to get them on, like either all together or just
Oh
uh,
yeah. Yeah.
one at a time, whatever, and pick their brains or whatever.
Hmm. What's
And
really cool about that movie with the girls on the car and whatnot. So
yeah,
the stunt woman, she's like she's from New Zealand,
yeah.
and she's actually in The Hateful Eight. So she's in multiple Tarantino movies.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
she didn't she. Oh, I'm not gonna say that she went out with Tarantino or she went out with somebody that was in the thing, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, that's speculation. It's like a court system. It's speculation. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so you said you got like stuff going on. You're doing the thing with other podcasters, with doing a
Hmm.
thing. And so but tell everybody what your weird mythic podcast, which I know because I listen to it whenever I get a chance. You know, I got like a couple episodes in
Hmm.
and I like what I hear and everything else. And it's like I like
Thanks.
the weird
Hmm.
stuff, you know.
Yeah, thank you. So mainly what I do is cryptids. I'm always doing cryptid episodes, which if nobody knows what a cryptid is, it's like Bigfoot. It's like or Loch Ness Monster, but there's so many other different kinds. I also do like I've been talking about a lot about dragons. So I'm trying to do like dragon episodes, which each
Right.
continent all over the world. And I find myself doing parts too. Like, so I'm doing like double episodes for each continent at this point. But I also do a lot of paranormal stuff.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and yeah, just anything that's kind of, paranormal side and cryptid side. I like monsters and stuff. So I like to do research and just kind of do as much research as I can and find, like, I like to find stories. Like, I go to Reddit sometimes, but I try to look at old newspapers to find stories of how old these cryptid stories are or books and whatnot. So try to look for firsthand stories is what I try to do also
Imagine
of each
looking at,
cryptid.
imagine finding cryptids we call doing the elevator game. Hmm.
Oh no. I don't know if those would be cryptids or just creatures from whatever universe we all of a sudden got into from the elevator.
Yeah, folks, never do the elevator game. Not even as a joke. Don't even do it as a joke. Yeah,
No.
because it's I felt weird
Hmm.
and this yeah, this happened to me and I'm like, oh man, because we talked about the elevator game
Yeah.
when it was just you and your co-host and
Hmm.
uh so I was going to I think I was visiting either my mom or my dad, I think it was that was in the hospital.
Hmm.
I get on the elevator and all of a sudden there's like even though it was like 5 floors, I don't know how many floors you had to do
Hmm.
with the game, but they press one number and this and it's going up and down and I'm like, I
Yeah.
know I pressed my number to go and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and to the point where I turned around.
Oh, really? You're
So
like,
I
I don't know
turned
what to
around just looking at the wall and they're looking at
do.
me. I'm like, that don't mind me. Uh,
No, this is
I
a
just
real nice wall over here.
yeah,
I just
they missed the spot. They didn't clean this corner over here, and when you guys get off the thing, then I'll take mine. You know, but then I was like, and then one person that I think they knew,
Oh.
and it wasn't. This is not like I'm playing a joke on this. This
Hmm.
really fucking happened. So, and then I turned back around, and the lady's like, "Are you talking about the elevator game?" I'm like,
No, that's great.
"Oh," yeah. She goes, "Yeah, let's not do that." And I'm like,
Let's not do that.
"I wasn't not gonna do that."
See,
You know,
everybody's in agreement that just don't play. Just don't
yeah,
play.
just don't do it. And then I got to my dad's
Uh,
hospital room. He goes, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "I almost went to a different universe," and he goes, "What?" goes,
Yeah, like, don't worry about it, Dad. Don't worry
yeah,
about
don't worry about
it.
it. And he's like, am I going home today? I'm like, I don't know, let's find out, So yeah,
Yeah.
I just go in there, ask questions, and
Hmm.
oh god. But what else is there? There's a Fallout. Um, there is a good Christmas movie. I know it's not,
Hmm.
it's way past Christmas. I understand, folks. I'm one of those people too. I'm like, stop talking about Christmas. But this movie is a barn burner. Yeah, so it's a good one. It's called Violent Night.
Is that the one with the guy who plays the cop in Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yes, dude, that movie is so good. It
Oh
was
my
way better
goodness.
than I thought
That.
it was gonna be. It was
Oh,
so good.
I had it on, and I think my girlfriend was coming home from work,
Hmm.
and she goes, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "I'm about to watch Violent Night," and she goes,
Hmm. Yeah.
and she wasn't really sure about it, and then
Hmm.
she's like, "Oh, let me go make dinner," and she makes dinner, and then I had it on. She's like, and all I hear in the background, like, oh, not the nails, not the nails. And then she sat down and she's watching the movie with me. I'm like,
Uh,
all right, this is fucking cool.
does
So
she like horror movies also?
uh, she likes like Halloween,
Hmm.
stuff that what's gonna happen. Like newer ones, I
Hmm.
don't think because she's like, no, I'm gonna have nightmares. Don't give me.
Oh, okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. So, but because she would not watch, definitely not watch, Terrifier.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That
because
one's trippy.
wow, I'm like, I saw the first one, and then I saw the
Hmm.
second one, and folks, it's funny because I love horror movies, and I don't mind slasher movies,
Hmm.
like Saw. I love Saw, but they're like, that's not a horror movie. That's just a serial killer. I'm like, yeah, but the gruesome
Yeah.
the traps, and
Hmm.
there is a question here we gotta want to ask you, which I think I might ask you, but I'm not sure. Uh, with Terrifier, that's a slasher thing, but he is like supernatural
Hmm.
somewhat because if you watch the
Something's
first,
going on. Something
yeah,
else is
no,
going on.
yeah, because if you've seen the first one, he dies basically at the end, and then he
Mhm.
reawakes at the coroner's the autopsy,
Hmm.
not the autopsy, yeah, the coroner's area, the morgue. That's what it is. He was at
Oh,
the
okay.
morgue, and then he goes and he kills the coroner,
Okay.
and then he just walks right out. And then
Yeah,
now
that's
there's a
definitely
second one.
not natural.
It's not natural. So I mean, how can he rise up and then walk out where
Hmm.
he got bashed in the head, and he still has a hammer in his head, and he just walk right
Hmm.
out like there's nothing wrong, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for
But
sure.
the second one is bloody as hell.
See, I've only seen the first one. And that
Oh,
was like when it first came out. Yeah, I even only saw it like once.
all right. Well, you got to go and see the second. But
Yeah.
I warn you, it's a bit graphic, a little bit more than the
Hmm.
first one. But it's really good. I like it. I'm kind of weird that
Hmm.
way. But because I'm the type of guy that loves horror movies. I like to scare people and all that. But for some reason, I don't like to get. Well, I mean, I don't say I don't like to get scared. I
Hmm.
don't like those horror places where you go walk around, right? You're just walking, and then they're
Yeah.
coming to chase you. Like
Yeah.
one of those festival kind of places. Because I don't want nobody chasing me. Because if I'm gonna get chased, I'm gonna beat you up, and then I'm gonna get sued. That's why they're saying to sign this waiver because we don't want you to go and accidentally punch somebody in the face. You know. And I think
Oh, there you are. I
yeah,
hear you.
sorry. Like
You
I
came
was
back.
saying, uh, um, I don't like the the jump scares.
Mhm.
I'll I don't mind jump scares, but I just don't like. I might hit somebody.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
understand that completely. And no, I don't think anyone should get in trouble for as their reaction as getting scared and then throwing a punch. I think that's a perfectly normal reaction. Like
yeah, definitely. But they want you to
you don't
sign
know
like a waiver.
yeah, but it's also like, but you don't know who it is you're scaring half the time. Like what like that's just the reaction. Like some people might just scream and run away, other people might punch you.
Yeah,
Like
but you're in California, right?
yes.
Yeah, so like there is uh oh, there's like the horror show that they do the walkthroughs and all that,
Mhm.
and they have everything from like Stranger Things, uh
Yeah.
you know it the
Mhm.
newer one, which I didn't really like, but I like the old. Like I said, I'm nostalgic, but um and all that stuff. So you do the walkthrough, and they chasing you around. They're like,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
chainsaws. I'm like, yeah, wow,
Yeah, I've never done one of those, but there is like they do it's all over the place during Halloween, like all
yeah,
over. So,
yeah.
yeah.
It's just like crazy. But
Mhm.
I think we did pretty good with this episode instead of just doing 10 minutes.
Oh, hell yes.
So we did so folks, when you seen like the 10 minutes that wasn't it, just listen to the whole thing. Well, I mean, hopefully if you pass that and then you get into this one. So
Mhm.
the guests and anybody that wants to be a guest on my podcast, very easily you can go to Instagram, go to tattoosquid.podcast, and just message me. We'll work something out. Or if you're on Twitter, I'm at podcast tattoo squid. That's TATOSQUID. Just go and message me and say, hey, whoever, it's like a celebrity, producer, director, musician, wrestler, boxer, whoever, ultimate fighter, you know, I hate to say it, but serial killer, whatever, um, just, just don't know where I live.
I just don't know where we are. That's why it's
Yeah,
all through Zoom.
yeah. It's like, just don't follow my IP address, because these little kids, they know how to get into the shit. But anyway,
Right.
uh, but also follow Weird Mythic podcast.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have for the audio. It's going to be in the description box. There's a description thing. So if you listen to the audio, you'll see it down there. The link tree that she has, I'll put my link tree in there. The video, I will put the link tree in that one in the description box. And I don't know if you have a thing where you sell stuff still, or
I do have it's in my link tree. I
okay.
still have a few things and I got new like designs and whatnot last year. So there's more stuff to choose from.
Yeah, I got like one or two that I put in
Mhm.
there and see how it goes.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't get like anything from it, but I order things from it. Like I
I
order
know,
my
right? I
own
do
shit from
too.
it like all the time.
I'm looking, I'm like, oh wow, I got mine. I'm like, oh no, it's what I fucking got. I'm like,
Right?
shit. I'm like, I'm rich. No, but I wasn't rich. It's only like $20, but still $20 is
Yeah. Hey.
it
Hmm.
is what it is. But
Hmm.
if you really want to go and help us out, go
Hmm.
buy merch. Road Artling Trees. She's got her merch on her link tree, which I think
Hmm.
I'm gonna get one, but you know, hopefully it's not, you know,
Yeah.
hopefully you got a 3X. I don't know. See what happens. But most of the time I see they have on 2X, and even on mine, it shows
Oh
like certain
yeah.
things I have like 2X. I'm like, I can't even fit in that. You know,
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch, I want one for myself. I'm like, shit. But yeah, and then because we don't beg for money, but if you want to get
No.
stuff, that's some cool shit, it will help out tremendously for both of us. Um, me and my girlfriend are planning on going to Scotland.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
it,
That's exciting.
Because then if anything, I get to see a Loch Ness monster.
Yes, or fairies. Look for fairies.
I didn't think about that one. But what else is in
hmm
Scotland? You know
Yeah, you could definitely see the what are they called there? So there's like little fairies, but there's also like other fairies that are near the water that aren't exactly mermaids.
okay.
And but they're like the size of us, like regular sized people. And I don't know, I know they have a couple different water creatures and gnomes. And if
Oh,
you go to any of the like old broken down castles or any of the castles, we I did an episode on it, and they're called redcaps, and they're in Scotland, and they will throw boulders at you, so be careful. So yeah, they don't like trespassers, but
are they
just
big?
saying. No,
Are
they're
they
little.
big? Or no?
They're
Huh.
little.
I'll be
Yeah.
like Lily. I'll be like that Lilliput. Yeah. I'll be like
But
that
yeah.
big guy. What's that guy's name?
Oh,
Uh, Gulliver's Travels.
oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
They're
folks.
like kind of big little things. I don't know, but they live
Yeah,
in castles and they throw boulders at people. It's interesting.
it sounded interesting because I went to Ireland
hmm
and I didn't really well I seen stuff, but I didn't really see stuff. Went to
hmm
Ireland, did more driving than I really wanted to, and
Mm.
didn't get to taste the vast natures of the beer intake. But the country is beautiful, and there's a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
sheep and different color sheep too. They color their sheeps different fucking colors.
Neat.
There's
Huh.
like pink, there's green, there's blue. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why
And
not, right?
it makes you think,
hmm
Oh, do you think you
Yeah.
have time to do one or two game questions?
I'm
Like
down. I
we
could do
had,
at least, yeah, let me do one. Let's at
uh,
least do one here.
yeah, we just
I'm down.
we'll get one in, uh, let's see, we'll do a random one. Hold on, folks.
Yeah.
If you're watching this video, I am wearing glasses. I turned 50 last year, so my shit's going downhill. Uh, okay. A
So,
All right, so folks, this is the movie game. We're gonna do one
mhm.
question, because this is as we tried it out
Yeah, actually, we did
yesterday.
three tries. Three
We
tries. It was kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get three tries out of it. You get as many tries you could. It
hmm
depends on if you get
Yeah.
hints. If you can't give it the hints,
hmm
then I tell you what it is. But
Yeah.
basically it's a synopsis. You put two movie descriptions together, you make a synopsis of that whole movie, and it's like a big name and it's really fun. So, all
Yeah.
right. So here we go. A spectacled FBI agent is hot on a trail of teenager Frank Abagnale Jr. as he forges checks and identities like pilots, doctors, and bee-covered hook hand murder guy.
Wow. Okay. Give me a nice hard one here. So, the first thing I thought of for the second part would be like Born Identity. I've never seen those movies, but it said something about identity and then different like occupations. So that's like my first guess for the second one. Um, I don't, I'm already gonna ask for a hint for that first one though.
Okay. So the hint is real life Abagnale. So it's Abagnale was
Okay.
hired by the CIA for his crimes.
Hmm. Hired by the CIA for his crimes. He's an FBI agent.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
an FBI agent hot on the trail for of a teenager with the name Frank. Yeah, I'm not going to go through the name again. As he forges checks and identities like a pilot and doc.
um, I don't know, man. This is a hard one.
So my here's my
Yeah.
kind of clue on it.
Okay.
Uh, what do you say to a person that's chasing you? You know, like when you try to egg them
Oh,
on, they're like, oh,
oh, what is that? That Catch Me If You Can? That movie?
yeah,
Okay.
you got that one. That's the first one.
Okay.
The
Okay.
second one now. Now
Okay.
remember what I said before. Now, folks, I mean,
Hmm.
I said it before that if each one, like the first one that the name of the title can coincide with the second title, whether it could be the last the last word of the first movie title or the couple of letters of the movie title that goes into the
Hmm.
first word of the
Of
second
the
movie.
second movie title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you got Catch Me As You Can, Catch Me If You
Hmm.
Can, and what you figure goes into the second one, which is a bee
Hmm.
covered hook hand murder guy.
Well, that's
It's a horror
Candyman.
movie. Yeah, there you go.
So catch me if you can and can't. Oh, catch me if you candy man.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it.
See, folks, it's like
Okay.
you think and
Hmm.
you get it, but you have to be like have like
Hmm.
the knowledge of movies.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Actually,
see, I've never seen Catch Me If You Can, but I've seen
neither have I.
Candyman. As soon as you said, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Candyman, gotcha.
The way it was explained on here that I thought it was um the one with the kid that got like a check or something and he can go and cash
Hmm.
and get certain things, but they think he's 20 something years old when he's only like 12. But
Huh.
then I remembered it's not that. It's that one's called Blank Check.
Oh, okay.
That one. So
Okay.
because he does that whole thing and he buys
Hmm.
all miraculous huge things. Um, but yeah, so folks, that's how it goes. Gonna try to do this with other guests, that, and especially with celebrities too, because I don't know, maybe somebody
Hmm.
don't know their movies as they do, which would be good. But I give props to the guy that made this. His name is Joe
Yeah.
Beretta. He's from the Valley Folk on the YouTube channel. Some people, a lot of people probably know who he is. Some are like, who? And
Hmm.
so he made this whole thing, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, folks. And here it is, the movie game. Good cover. You have a bunch of fucking questions on there, or synapses kind of thing,
Hmm.
and you got to know your movies. There's ones where there's TV movie game. There's also this one which we were not going to go and try because this
Hmm.
one is the
Yeah.
video game movie game. I'm sorry, which you combine video games with the titles of movies, which is really fun. But it's a mind teaser. Uh,
Yeah.
if you don't know what it is, and you'll be like, oh, and I almost
Hmm.
game show out of it, but we'll do that down the line. But so we are near that time.
Hmm.
Um, everybody, people are listening to this going like, "Holy shit, that's fucking long." Believe me, folks,
I
this is
like to
nothing compared.
talk, man.
Yeah, so
It's
do I.
a blessing and a curse, you know.
I like it that you talk, and I like it when I talk because it makes interesting conversation.
Hmm.
And we do like weird shit.
Hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
we like all the weird mumbo jumbo that goes on and whatever goes. Oh, speaking of which, folks, here's a thing where I said this to my girlfriend and she hates that I said this already. So, and I said this, I messaged you this one. I sent you a picture of it of this bush.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I was we were taking bushes out, and there was one that was taken out, today. Took it out,
Mm.
was a pain in the ass. Took it out, and it dawned on me, like after I was watching Fallout, the TV series, like a couple of episodes, and I look and I'm like, hmm. I'm like that thing that we have like there, that little hole right there. I'm like, hopefully there's no demons that's gonna come out.
Oh gosh.
And all of a sudden my girlfriend's like, don't you fucking say that. And it's like, I'm like really? There's gonna be demons coming out? You know, she goes, no, but I'm gonna have nightmares now.
Right?
And
She's like, yeah, but you put it out there, and what if it happens?
and here's a funny tidbit. And I know I'm going on with this because we like to talk. But anyway, it she had a dream that me and her were fighting vampires. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know, and she woke up, and apparently I had a dream as well, and I said something about vampires, and she goes, "Would you stop invading my dreams?" You know, and I'm like, I didn't know I could do that, but you know,
Oh,
like,
there you are. I lost
yeah.
you for a second. It's
Oh, again. Oh, here we
all
go.
right. You came back.
Yeah, I came back. No, but I was saying about like my girlfriend had this dream that we're fighting
Hmm.
vampires, and
Hmm.
then I had this dream of something. I said something, and she goes, "I think you're invading my dreams. Get out of my dreams. Stop." Yeah. Um, which I had a guest, and she I told her a story where I had this dream, and there was like zombies circling the bed,
Hmm. Oh,
and you know, it's like one of those things. It was really dark. Here's the bed, you know, circling the bed, and all of a sudden I woke up and I looked, and then they stopped, and then they looked down,
oh,
and
shit.
then I was like, oh, right. That's what I said. I said, oh shit. And then they stopped and they turned around and they walked. And it wasn't like two or three. There was like a group. Like they
Hmm.
just like you ever seen like the Michael Jackson movie? No, Michael Jackson video Thriller. And we're
Yeah.
frozen again, folks. No, but Michael Jackson Thriller, where
Hmm.
they all come in and they, you know, you see them looking at you, and that's what the web I
Oh,
seen it,
okay.
and they just
Mm.
went into the darkness. And that was
Hmm.
it. But let me put
Trippy.
that. Yeah, that was trippy as hell, man. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, thriller, red caps.
Yes. That's, yeah. Careful of those.
Oh, I gotta tell my girlfriend this one. I don't know if we want to go to Scotland now, but folks, send money. We can go to Scotland. Well, we,
Hmm.
as in me and my girlfriend, and we'll send pictures. But Naomi, thank you again. You know, we are on
Yeah.
day two of the $15 limit, and but thank you again, and it's lovely having you on again for the third time. Uh,
Yes.
and hopefully four and five and six. You know, because love having you.
Eh, Thanks,
Yeah,
man. Thanks for having me on. I always, it's great.
you know, and then hopefully, I gotta figure out a topic of
Hmm.
some kind of mythology. I like Hercules. I like the whole, um,
Hmm.
you know, Zeus, Apollo, that kind of thing. You know, your
Yeah.
nephew went into like Hades and all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
Exactly. So yeah, dude, just let
I'm
me know
gonna
if you
tune
got a
into that
topic.
one, folks.
You let me know
I'm
a
gonna,
topic. You got my info. Let me know.
yes, you know, I'm like, I'm tuning into that topic right there. So I want that's
Hmm.
gonna be some interesting, uh, sitting in the
Yeah.
car driving, and like,
Exactly.
so. But folks, follow Weird Mythic podcast.
Hmm.
Follow Tattoo Squid podcast. Um, and we go and give you the best that we got.
Yep.
And that's about it. You know, in a nutshell, basically.
Yeah.
So
Thanks again, man.
no problem, no problem. All right, folks, have a good day. Good night, but
Good
today's Sunday.
night. Good night
So
and a good
and,
week.
and if people listen in different countries, we'll try again. So anyway. All righty.
See you, man.